Hi guys, welcome to Raymuff Studio. I'm very happy to talk today with Joseph Foster, one of the people behind the Summer of Plunder campaign for a Blood and Plunder game. And very pleased to have you here and want to talk a little bit about it because when this video goes up, the campaign will start. So it starts when you guys actually watching it. It's the first day of the campaign. And we are here to tell you all about it. So Joseph, could you shortly introduce us to the campaign and what you try to achieve with it? And this is, I think, the fourth year now you're running it.
Yeah, this is the fourth year we've done it. Yeah, thanks for helping out. You're the native commander this year, so I
Yeah,
appreciate
it's
your
exciting.
help. It's a
Exciting.
little bit of work. Summer of Plunder is a loosely organized campaign. We use the word campaign, but the story element is fairly light, but it's a kind of just a focused time for players of Blood and Plunder and Oak and Iron games by Firelock Games to kind of interact and compete a little bit and share pictures and stories of their games and different uh, players organized kind of by nation. So we have the pirates and the Spanish and the French and whatnot, and the natives all kind of competing. There's a map element to it where each nation starts out with 4 different locations up in the New World from Maine down to top of South America. So there's a competitive aspect to it where players are working together to try to use the resources strategically to take over most of the territory possible, and there will be one nation declared a winner at the end of the campaign. So there's that whole competitive aspect to it, and then that's just a trick, though. The real goal is just to grow the community. It's kind of a focus time where everybody's playing a little bit more and hopefully raising awareness of the game, getting the game out into game stores and events so people pick it up and encouraging people to demo the game to other players as well. Um, got a big step forward this year where Firelock Games has made the campaign official to Firelock Games, and they're supporting it through a organized play kit that they're sending out to stores and to their quartermasters, kind of community organizers as well. So it's kind of divided into weeks. Every time you play a game, really easy to participate. If you play a game, you could just go to the our website, bloodandpigment.com, which is a big fan site of Blood and Plunder, and there's an entry form where you just share a couple things, which faction you played, what nation you're representing, and just a couple pictures and of your game. And then you decide where you want to attack or defend. Again, this is pretty abstract. You just decide if you want to defend your own territory or attack somebody else's territory. And then at the end of every week, Sunday through Saturday, those numbers are going to get crunched, and whatever locations your nation decides to hit most, you're going to have some conflict there, which gets resolved through the magic of Excel spreadsheets. And then that gets resolved and your territory might change hands. So there's quite a few aspects to it. An update goes out every week that kind of shares what happened on the map, shares some pictures of some cool games happening across the world. There's a bunch of prizes too. I haven't mentioned that. I'm talking a lot here.
No, it's
We have a
okay.
big stockpile of prizes, about $3,000 in prizes to send out for free for different things. We have a whole list of little objectives. Just a
I
big
think
community, Blood and Plunder Fest and Organize.
I think that prizes aspect is very cool. For me personally, like last year, that was my first ever Summer of Plunder I took part in, and I was just like so into it. Played like 3 or 4 games a week and stuff, and I
Wow.
actually get some goodies then coming to me from America, and I was like, oh yes, excited. You know what I mean? I get an
Yeah, it's fun.
amazing wooden box of Native Americans for, I think, because what we didn't mention actually, every year before you even start Summer of Plunder, you have a great pirate paint off, and that already is like a massive prize giveaway. So that's very cool aspect of it for sure.
Yeah, we did our second painting competition this spring, and kind of as a warm up to the Summer of Plunder, trying to help encourage people to get their forces painted and ready for the campaign, and that's been a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a good, we had some more sponsors throw in some stuff for the prize pool for that, so that was a lot of stuff for me to ship too.
I know,
You
I
got
know,
some of
I
that,
know
didn't you?
that. That's a tricky bit. Um, right. So, how people can get involved? Like, let's say, I want some of these prizes. I want to play some Blood and Plunder. What do I do? How can I do that?
Sure. The Blood and Pigment blog website is kind of the center for information on it. If you go to bloodandpigment.com, in the menu, there's a tab for Summer of Plunder HQ, and then there's a option for all the rules and info. Pretty long page, but has all the details. Basically, it has how you participate, what the prizes are, how you get those prizes, a bunch of stuff, how all the voting stuff works. And each nation has a commander that kind of coordinates some of the technical stuff. So all you need to do basically is play a game with anybody, or even by yourself if you don't have people in your neck of the woods that play, or it's hard to get together with people. Firelock has AI rules basically, so you can play by yourself, and that counts for
Sorry,
one
just
side. You can't play both sides.
yeah. So the AI rules are downloadable on the company's website.
Yep,
Uh,
download
uh,
section in the Firelock's website. They're
cool.
free.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. You just try to do the smart thing with the guy you're fighting. Um, and then just like I said, log your game with a couple details. So there's a nice entry form that's also in that menu, real easy to find. And then the way you get involved more socially, a big part of it is just getting people to interact, and you get to share tips and stories and show your painting and your games. And it's fun to get inspiration from other people's tables. But we're running a Discord channel or Discord server, which is hopefully a lot of people use Discord at this point. If you don't, it's easy and free. But that Discord server has a different, or channel has different channel for every nation. So you want to sign up for the English or the native. Everybody wants to sign up for the Native Americans, right? That's
Thank
what
you
we
very
need.
much. You actually mentioned that. Yes, everybody sign up for Native Americans. The easiest way to get the prizes is to play for natives.
That's right. Everybody else has more people. Native Americans always, but we've tried. They've always struggled, the Native Americans, because they're the smallest player base. When you think of Blood and Plunder, you think of pirates, but there's a well-developed set of factions for Native Americans, and the natives were a big part of that era and the politics and the warfare too. So I think they're really fun. I have a soft spot for them, so I'll be playing
Well,
natives this year.
to be honest with you, this is the only nation that I play, and for some reason it was from day one that was my choice, and it continues to be. I'm not saying I'm not going to try other nations. I'm saying that at the moment I'm still
Good
obsessed.
choice.
Yeah.
Anyway, they usually have less, but we kind of evened it out where instead of every game that you play counts as one vote, then all the Spanish and English and the Pirates got the most votes. But this way, the way we're doing it this way, it kind of evens it out where everybody within the nation votes for what they want to do, and then the top ranked within that nation gets resolved kind of evenly. So if there's only 20 native players and they all vote to attack Montreal or something, that would be fun to kill the French. Uh, and then the Spanish vote when there's 50 of them and they all vote to attack uh, Boston. Those have equal attack values, even though there's different amounts of players to try to give the smaller nations like the natives. And the Dutch usually kind of have a little less players. I make it a little more even. And now I lost my train of thought. What was the question you
No,
asked?
we were talking about how to get involved, and I think
On
you replied to it
Discord
quite
channel.
well. Yeah, this.
Discord channel. There's an invite link in the uh, page describing how the campaign works on bloodandpigment.com. So you can click on that if you haven't registered. It's really easy to get on Discord. And then there's a couple of different places to chat about different things. You're painting your games. And then there's a devoted one for your nation. So everybody's playing. The Native Americans have a devoted spot nobody else can see. So you can talk strategy and tactics. And um, so it's kind of a
Mhm.
place for people playing the same thing to communicate and talk.
Uh,
Hopefully, there's no spies this year.
yes, that was my worry. But here we go. Let's see how it goes. Um, Um, you mentioned previously the organized play. So if somebody would like to try and get involved in that way, want to run an event during the Summer of Plunder, how they can get the kit? Because there is a special kit developed by you and Firelock, right? So where can everybody get it from?
Sure. It's organized play kit. It has a cool poster, a little booklet with 3 scenarios and instructions on doing events and how the campaign works a little bit. It has some plunder. You can't have Summer of Plunder without plunder. It got has some special unique models in it. It has a surgeon model for everybody. It has a master gunner, and then it has some plunder objective tokens and some sweet metal fortune coins. So it's a nice little package of goodies. To get it, optimally, you ask your store to get involved and order one. So any retail outlet can order one, but I know in Europe that can be a little bit harder. They also made them available to all their quartermasters. Quartermasters are kind of just community organizers, people that do things to help promote Firelock's games on the ground. They can order if they have their account set up right, and if all else fails, you can. I got to give out an email address. I might get in trouble here. Jonathan at Firelocks firelockgames.com. He's the kind of organizer for that part of things. You can email him, and or if all else fails, you can just contact us at Blood and Pigment, and we'll try to smuggle you a copy.
I like that. I like that. You mentioned also, just speaking about the general rules, that you guys made some changes to make possible for smaller nations like, Dutch or natives to, stay a little bit longer in the game. Let's call it. What else changed? What else differs? What else do you think will work for the whole campaign better this year than it did last year?
Last year was a lot of fun, but we did makes always do a kind of recap at the end and evaluate what worked and what didn't. And one of the main things is kind of even stuff out, partly because some people have a lot more time to play games and they would just log in lots of games and it was kind of skewing things. So even things out, even if you play 100 games, that'll affect what your nation does, but not really skew the balance of the whole thing. We also organized the communications channels. Last time we just had commanders set up whatever method of communication they wanted, and that ended up with a lot of spies and double crossing, triple crossing, quadruple crossing. It was pretty wild. So we've tried to organize the communication a little bit better so there's less scumbaggery going on. uh, and we've tried to encourage participation and or activity at game stores through this organized play kit. So I would say those are the top 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
Emphasis on game stores with the organized play kit, sound communications through the channel. And when you get on the Discord server, you have to request what nation you want to be part of, and then we give you a role, and then you only can see certain things from there. So hopefully that'll work. People could cheat if they really, really want to, but those
Yeah,
are
yeah.
the
Well, there is no way around it if somebody really want to. That's true. Discord is great also for like people who are interested in the game and didn't have a chance. They can ask many questions, and you guys, are really helpful in answering all the rules questions and stuff. So I would really,
yeah, we try.
yeah, encourage everybody who's interested in a game to join because it's a very cool resource. Well, Blood and Pigment in general is a cool resource, but Discord is more lively. You can ask questions that are important to you in your gaming. Joseph, I would like to say thank you very much for that quick conversation. I really hope the whole thing's gonna be even more successful than last time, and I just can't wait to start.
Well, thanks for your part in it, and thanks for putting up this video. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Good
Talk
luck
to
to the
you.
natives.
Yes, go natives.